To build a stronger Chicago and ensure that every student is able to achieve success in life, we must make every school and every community the best we can. And that doesn't just have the mayor's statement, but it has to be a community statement at large. Our goal should be to make every neighborhood school a quality school that a parent wants to send their child to it because it offers our students a greater opportunity for solid education. That includes language academies, gifted centers, military academies, trade schools, Montessori programs, technology centers, international baccalaureate programs, college prep schools, and a range of other innovative offerings that we can do in neighborhood schools. Everywhere in Chicago, our neighborhood schools are getting stronger, but there's much more to do, especially in our high schools, and especially you just can't blame the high schools because really the students come from the elementary schools. It's a combination of things, and take responsibility. More and more than ever, because the competition for new jobs in business is global in scope. And I just came back from Shanghai and Seoul, Korea, and I would say that that is really true. We are competing against every student, both in Korea and in China and India and other parts of the world, for every job that we may think we can have in the United States, because these jobs are all global. They can move them any place around the world simply by technology. And so businesses must be satisfied that our workforce is well trained and ready to work. And that requires high school students be able to go to college, night school, or get a job. They should be well qualified. If they're not, then again, they lose out. Today, we're announcing that the Chicago Public Schools has received 3 grants from the U.S. Department of Education, totaling $58.8 million, that will use to increase teacher effectiveness and student achievement, with a special focus on our high school level. The largest of the grants is $34 million from the Federal Teacher Incentive Fund. Will support a 5-year effort that will involve about 1,100 teachers at some 25 high-needed schools, such as Ravenswood. These are elementary schools with a high percentage of low-income students, which have historically struggled with high teacher turnover. The goal of the program is to strengthen the education profession by rewarding excellence, by attracting teachers and principals to high-need and hard-to-staff areas, by providing teachers and principals with the feedback and support they need to succeed. We'll use the money to develop a system that will include meaningful evaluation criteria, supported professional development for teachers, which will reward teacher performance for achieving and exceeding classroom goals. CPS is one of 62 school districts from across the country to receive a Teacher Incentive Fund grant from the Department of Education. Nearly 100 school districts applied to be part of the $1.2 billion program. CPS works closely with many groups to develop the grant proposal, including principals, chief area officers, representatives of Chicago Teachers Union. The Chicago Public Education Fund helped provide leadership throughout the grant process, and that's very, very important. The Chicago Public Education Fund. The other 2 grants, which total about $24.8 million, are aimed specifically at improving our high schools. The first is a $9.9 million from the Federal Smaller Learning Communities Program. I love these insignias. If you're in Washington, you have to have those, you know that. Otherwise, you can't say it. This grant will help provide some of our large high schools create smaller, more personalized learning environments that help our students improve the performance and better prepare themselves for higher education. Now, people have done that for a long time, but this program called Smaller Learning Communities is a wonderful name. The second grant is $15 million from the Federal High School Graduation Initiative, which provides support to reduce high school dropouts rates and increase graduation rates. And now we've always known that is a problem in America, and we're very happy they're responding to this issue. We'll use the money for such things as early warning systems that identify students at risk of dropping out, credit recovery programs, and programs to identify out-of-school young people and encourage them to go back to school. This is called dropouts. The kind of federal support we are talking about today plays a big role in moving us closer to our goal of making Chicago schools the best in America. I firmly believe we can get that. These grants represent another important step forward in providing families of Chicago with the best possible education for our children. Our schools are improving, but they're not yet where we want them to be, and everybody agrees with that, but I firmly believe there are dedicated teachers and principals and parents and business community and support groups all over helping this. I'm very proud of them. As mayor, there's nothing more important to me than giving our city a school system that gives every child the same opportunity to reach their potential and succeed in life. If you give them a good quality education, they have independence for life. If not, they depend upon government for the rest of their life, and that's not acceptable in America. Thank you very much.